Welcome to the Resiliency Room.
It was when I first started my philology business, and I had a Facebook, and I posted pictures, which is to me a bad idea if you're a woman and you're trying to be taken seriously in business.
Depends on the pictures.
I mean, but my thing is, I don't want people to follow me for my pictures. I want them to follow me for my business, which I know if I'm marketing
I have a
myself the
comment
right
about
way,
that. I'm going to continue.
I should probably get them hooked in with the pictures first, and then
Wheel them in, baby. Wheel them in.
I know. See, this is why I'm not good at marketing because I'm not trying to trap people with photos first. But
As long as you don't put the ones with you in the shorts taking your kids to school.
I mean, just kidding,
Hey,
just
you got a
kidding.
million followers. What happened? This picture right here.
I posted a video one time. It was me at the range, and it was from behind me, and I hesitated because I was like, I don't want to draw the wrong kind of attention because, you know, have an ass. And I'm like, I don't want this to be, look, focus on the target here, you know?
What's the
But
target?
I,
Really? What's the target, really?
but I did like the way my ass looked, so I did post the video. But
Of
the
course.
target really was the target, I swear. You know, but it is things like that. Like sometimes like I hesitate to post certain things because I don't want the focus to be my body. And this is actually something that I write about, that I'm writing about in my memoir. Um, Compliments are nice and things, but sometimes I go back to my body has been the topic of focus since I was a child, a toddler, because I was sexually assaulted as a toddler. And, having a certain figure, people look,
Hmm.
but my body has been taken advantage of throughout my life.
Yeah,
And there's,
unfortunately.
yeah, there's almost this kind of like I like my shape, but at the same time, it's like I kind of wish people wouldn't look at me sometimes. I kind of wish my body would not be such a focus of people's. Because if I'm thinking back to this trauma and I'm like, my body has been a focus since I was a toddler. And, it's like, compliments are nice sometimes, like I said, but sometimes as a woman who has been assaulted and getting older and trying to figure certain things out, like I do, I wish my body as a woman was not people's focus sometimes. And not that people like just focus on my body because, I have conversations, meaningful conversations with a lot of people, but it is one of those things. It's kind of a catch-22, if you will, like sometimes I do wish it wasn't people's focuses because it has been for so long. And then, having children. I have children, and then, you're focused on, well, what does my body look like now? What I got to get my body back to looking this way. Like there's just so much surrounding the body and attention that it's like sometimes I don't want it, you know?
I hear you. I do. No, and thank you for sharing that. I do hear you. Because, I know your story and your body has been a focus in positive ways and not so positive ways growing up. Um, Another thing is it's tough because we're visual beings,
Yes,
especially men, right? So it's hard when two people meet or approach each other in public, right? It's hard not to look at that person unless you have a trauma where you're like, oh, when I looked at someone, they did something bad to me. So I'm always going to keep my eyes to the ground,
mm,
right? So for you now, if you're walking down the street, let's say you and I, right? If you're walking one way and walking the other way, because we know each other, we're going to say hi,
right.
right? So are we going to say hi looking up at the sky? Or you know what I mean? Or we're going to say hi looking at each other. That doesn't mean that we're going to do anything with each other, do anything to each other. It's just we're going to get an image of each other, right? I
Right.
look at you, I see what you look like, it gets sent to my brain and vice versa, right?
Yeah.
So it is kind of tough, but throughout the earlier part of this of our conversation, there's a disconnect I always will stand on because I think sometimes women downplay how visual men are, and
Mm,
men will overstate how visual they think women are trying to be. Right. So,
yeah.
for example, a woman can go out of her house, to your point, just wearing regular clothes and she's not thinking anything of it. She's like, well, you know what? I don't look my best anyways. I feel
Yeah.
okay. I showered. I'm clean. I brushed my teeth. I washed my face. But I'm just going to the gas station, to the store, drop my kids off, and come back.
Yeah.
Where some men are like, she looks nice like that. Right. Because she's natural. She's in an everyday routine. It's the shorts all over again. Right. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's where the disconnect is, because if you were to probably get 100 people and say, okay, woman walks out of her house, she's married with these shorts on, you're probably gonna get a divide between men and women saying that she should change or it's okay that she wears it.
Yeah. That's true.
Right? There's gonna be
Yeah.
some, yeah, there's gonna be some woman that's like, no, she's fine. She's just running to drop her kids off and coming right back. Some other woman's gonna be like, you don't think people are gonna look at you? And some men be like,
Yeah.
yeah, you know what? She's with her kids, so men usually don't approach with kids. Some other men would be like, well, she's bending, she's so it is tough to escape it, but these days, I think we're probably more visual focused than ever
Yeah.
before,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
I agree.
Because there's times, to your point, where you actually had the internal conversation, should I post this? Should I post this? And you're wearing pants,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You've seen some of the things that get posted online. It's like, I don't even wear that in my house.
Right. Right.
Right? Let alone out in public. So
Yeah.
it is difficult. So I do understand where you're coming from.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I got your back. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
I wonder, on my social media, you hardly see me post any pictures. My pictures are usually from the shoulders up. You ever notice?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It's like that area, right? And that's purposely done because, just focus on whatever. But once you put something out there, you can't control what people go to focus on,
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
right? Like, you know what your body looks like. You feel as comfortable as you feel in your body. Same with me, same with everyone else, right?
Yeah.
But if I were to post, I went to Bali in 2018. And there's pictures of me shirtless because I went to the water temple and everything like that. I posted those pictures and the videos. And then after a week, I took them all down because I was like, no,
Really?
I don't want, yeah, I'm like, I don't want that energy. And I don't want
Yeah.
that. I started to read the comments. I was like, these comments have nothing to do with that. I'm at this holy place.
Right.
So he's, oh, you've been
Right.
going to the gym. You've been going to, I'm like, gym? I'm at a water temple. Guys, it's like the holy. I'm like, this is blasphemy. This is sin. This is Jezebel's spirit. Whatever
Right.
religious terms you want to use, right? I'm like, let me take this down, right? But to your point, like a girl could, let's say she goes to the beach, right? Is there swimwear that women wear these days that covers everything? I don't know, right? The
I
marketing
mean,
is
there
just
is.
crazy.
There is, but it's like I'm outside in the sun. I don't want to be covered. First of all, I'm white, so I need I need this sun. And so like no, I don't want to be fully covered. I should be able to be naked if well, okay, maybe not naked out on a public beach, but I should be able to have a small bikini on because that's the way I'm going to get the most sun
Mhm.
and it be fine.
Always, always in the sun, but no one's sun's ever in me. Yeah. Once I saw thong bikinis, that's what I knew it was over. I'm like, you know what? This has nothing to do. First of all, you can't even swim in that. Like, it will just tear off, right? So
I mean,
it's strictly to lay around and tan. But I get your point. You're
yeah.
right. Everyone should be able to wear what they wear. But what comes with that is then people have the right to look.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Because you're in public, right? If it
Yeah.
was in your house, then someone would have to break in, which is against the law to see because it's private property, right? But
Yeah.
once you're in public, you know.
So you're saying that people have the right to look if I wear shorts in public, and that I shouldn't be naive and think they're not going to just stop wearing the
I think,
shorts.
yeah. No, no,
Okay.
no. Wear the shorts if you want to wear it, and whatever is agreed upon in your household, because I'm not going behind his back and tell you to wear the shorts. That's all I'm definitely not doing that. Okay? What I'm saying is whatever's agreed upon in your household and you're comfortable with, right? But I don't want people to be naive,
Yeah.
right? Because when they're naive, they get themselves into trouble because they can say, well, I'm only going to the gas station, I'm only going to the daycare, I'm only going wherever.
Yeah.
Acting like that. It doesn't matter where you go in public, you're always going to be encountered by someone, right? They're going to
Yeah.
see you. You're not going to see them,
Yeah.
right? So there's times where I have shorts here that I want to run out and just jump in my car and go there. I'm like, every house in my neighborhood has a camera. So I'm going to be on camera,
Oh,
right?
I
With
don't think
things,
about that either. Ooh.
yeah, things moving, things jiggling, things swinging. You know what I mean? There's a woman who wears shorts and she cleans her garden. Everybody knows about her. So Rhea, we all know about you in your neighborhood and your shorts, okay? There she is, everybody. Okay, you guys ready?
Time to go get the kids.
Yeah, and she does gardening, and she doesn't. And again, she doesn't even bend with her knees. So when the shorts are right up, it's all there. I
Wait.
remember one time I was walking the dog, and someone mentioned like, "Oh, did you see so and so in the shorts yesterday?" I was like, "Oh my!" I'm like, she doesn't even know that they're talking about her, and she's married, she has a kid, and everything. So this is you,
Oh, I'm the
okay?
lady in the shorts.
You're
Okay,
the
I'm
lady in the
gonna bend my
shorts.
knees while I'm gardening, though. That's a little
You
much.
know. You ever watch the movie Taxi with Queen Latifah?
Uh-huh.
Remember when the girls get pulled over by the police officer and they try to open the trunk and she's like and everything is bouncing and jiggling and all that stuff? That's you. And the officer's like Man, it's not like he just had an orgasm in his pants. That's you. Because I guarantee you probably put something in the back seat, you probably put something in the trunk, you probably move things around. There you go.
All
There
right,
you
all right,
go.
all right. I'll stop wearing the shorts. Jeez.
Burn them.
No, they're
Burn them.
fine for inside, but they're appreciated inside, but
Of course they are. But
just
like,
no public shorts. Got it.
I'm trying to get cameras in my house. We'll just watch all day. You know, when she comes, put a camera right by the shower, right by the bathroom. When she comes out of the shower, just straight to my
Oh,
phone, just
oh
replay it and
no.
loop it. Oh yes, oh yes. Like, let me loop this. Why is this 10-second clip 5 hours? I'm like,
Right.
just watching it nonstop. Oh boy, girls in their shorts,
Girls in their, well, there's our episode title. Girls in their shorts.
girls in them shirts. Yeah. But it is, but I do, in all seriousness, I do agree with you that you should be able to wear whatever it is you want. But to quote Spider-Man, with great strength comes great responsibility. Okay.
So, so wear what we want, but just be aware that people are gonna look.
Men and women. Men and women. Look at the gray
Yeah.
sweatpants. Like women are,
When what started the gray sweatpants? It was just randomly a thing all of a sudden.
I know, cool, gray sweatpants. Walmart gray sweatpants have been selling for
Right?
decades, and all of a sudden became a thing, right? And plus, now you guys have guys on social media stuffing the front of their pants.
Oh yeah. I've seen that. Some of it's like,
Yeah.
okay. No matter what race you are, that's still unrealistic.
It curves like a banana. I'm like, you should
That's
get that
because it
fixed if
is.
it's real.
It is an
Yeah,
actual banana, that's why.
exactly. He's not Captain Hook, right? Yeah, why does it lean to the left?
Isn't that isn't that a medical something? Because I've seen the
It could
commercials like
be.
if you have a curve, like this blah 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 pill will straighten you back out, like a
Oh,
medical
I've seen
concern.
I've seen I've seen girls post that if it curves, he's a cheater.
What?
Yeah, if a girl posts that, so every time I go to the wash, I'm like, you better stay as straight. as possible, right? No curve, you know.
Right.
I think there's a meme. I think I have it on my phone. Because someone sent it. I used to laugh.
That's that's
Yeah,
weird.
I used to laugh. That tells you how many girls have been with a guy that I guess there's an angle to it, and they got caught cheating. That's probably how
Right.
it started, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Everything starts with someone's experience.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, are we dating the same guy? Like those Facebook groups. Yeah,
Yeah.
one of my friends is in there. I was like, hopefully no one says my name. She's like, don't worry, I already checked. I was like, wait a minute, what?
Wow.
Yeah, she's in there, and all of her male friends, she checks.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was like, has any of your friends come up? She's like, no. I was like, oh, at
Wow.
least you know how to pick good male friends.
Right. Right. I've never, yeah, I've
So,
seen stuff like that. I don't know. I'm just, again, maybe it's an age thing. I'm just like, but I've never been one to be like investigative behind people's backs. Like maybe once just because like I knew something was weird, but we had like a
mhm,
situationship, but like I don't know, that was a whole weird thing. And I felt like they were still like involved with their child's mother. And
mhm.
so like me and my friend like rode by the house one day, but that was just to be nosy. That wasn't like because I wasn't gonna stop messing with him. So
Oh my God, you're Ashanti in the music video on Foolish with the friends. Yes, that's you showing up to the door knocking. I got you. Oh my God.
no, I didn't get out. I didn't get out. We just
Just the
brushed
drive-by.
by.
Oh my God.
Only once. Okay.
Every girl probably has done that once.
Oh
Every
yeah,
girl.
I imagine so.
The drive-by because it's never alone
Right. Someone has to go with you. You have
because
to
you're
have
ready
a
for a
backup.
fight.
Maybe.
There you see, you should not be denying it. Exactly.
I mean, I'm just kidding.
No,
No,
you're
but
not.
I don't know. Maybe it's age, but I'm just like I'm not fighting over anybody. I'm
Like fist
not gonna
fighting?
I'm not gonna huh?
Like fist fighting or like verb or any type of fighting?
Any type of fighting. Because I
Oh.
feel like if you're involved with this other person, why am I gonna fight that person? That's never really made sense to
Hmm.
me.
I
You know
would
what I mean?
argue, like if I was in a relationship with someone, like I would have like a verbal fight,
Like I'd
right?
be pissed off, I'd be hurt, but I don't know. I just feel like at 40 years old, what am I fighting for? If you want to be involved with this other person, well then obviously you're not my person to fight for. Does that make sense?
Yeah. But I guess what's your definition of cheating then? Since it's on that, right? Because I guess we're talking about that, right? Like how
Sure.
far is cheating? Is it the actual intercourse
Mm,
or is
that's a
it
good question. I think it depends on the
something else, right?
relationship. I mean, I mean, I have a one of my best friends, she sent like tit pics to a coworker and her husband found out. And of course he was
Uh-oh.
pissed. Yeah. But she never planned to like actually have sex with the guy or anything. She just was looking for emotional connection. She was looking for compliments and things like that because they were,
Hmm.
her and her husband were strained. But he found out she ended the, conversations, everything with the person, cut that person out of her life. They worked on their marriage and they got back solid. So, I think there are certain things that you can recover from. Um, and so I don't know if, I mean, I don't know. I guess that's still cheating, but because you're forming an emotional connection, right? Like you're looking for things in that person that you should be looking for in your partner. So I guess, yeah, I'd say the emotional, it doesn't have to be purely physical for it to be cheating. It like in my personal relationship. Now, I think it depends on your relationship. Um,
I agree. It
what
depends on
are,
what the two people have talked about. Yeah.
yeah, like what are your mutual expectations? And they have to be mutual. Like even if you disagree, well, these are my boundaries, these are my boundaries. Okay, then these combined boundaries are the relationship boundaries. Even if it's something I'm okay with, but you're not, then now that becomes a boundary, you know?
What if there's a friend who, and I'll give you my answer after I ask this question.
Okay.
What if there's a friend that is making jokes online, not around you, right? But either online or when they're around your partner that they've slept with them, even though it's untrue.
Oh shit.
This is a real life
Um,
situation.
wow. And it's definitely not true. Like
It's definitely, yeah, 100% is not true.
then I don't think that they should have that person in their life anymore. Because I think if
I
that
agree.
yeah, if that person is gonna first of all, I don't really feel like they're your friend if they're slandering your name, you know? So I think for the sake of the relationship, that person probably shouldn't be in, a part of your friend group anymore. And I've had a similar situation. Well, not a similar, but I've had someone who I was really good friends with, and they would kind of hit on me even after I was in a serious relationship.
Hmm.
And I kind of like, whatever, I just kind of laughed it off. My husband didn't like it. He wanted me to stop being friends with him. And for a brief moment, I was like, not yet, because this person had a history of drug abuse and they were going through some things. And I was like, I understand. And normally I would say yes, but give me just a little time. I just want to be here for this person because I don't want them to do what they eventually did. And I, not long after that, I did block this person, and then they ended up overdosing and dying. So it's one of those things where kind of like it was
It's not your fault,
appropriate.
though, by the way. It's not your fault that they did that.
I get it,
Nope,
but
it's not your fault. It's not your fault. That's their demon. And that's why I'm interjecting because I can see it in your face. It's not your fault.
yeah, I s- and I know that, but I still feel bad for not being
Mm.
there, but that was appropriate for my relationship, you know. Um,
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. The reason
I,
why I brought that up is because in the case, in the real life situation, the person was joking about it, but they're saying it in front of other people when the other partner wasn't around. So the other person, so at that point, like if there's a woman who was doing events or lives or interviews like this, and they're saying that they've slept with me, but in a joking way,
mhm,
it's my responsibility to resolve that. And resolving
yes,
that, either I tell the person's inappropriate, can you stop doing it? And if they don't stop doing it, then I have to remove that person from my life. There's
yeah,
really only two options. The problem that I find is that if it's a male friend doing it to a female, in the case that you mentioned, or in this example, is that it takes them a little bit longer to
hmm,
get rid of that male friend.
yeah,
And that is a problem because what you're saying unknowingly is that you're okay to tolerate it and you expect your partner to tolerate it. I'm not saying that's what you did. I'm just saying in general,
yeah,
right?
no, yeah,
Because if it was the reverse and it was a woman hitting on their husband, they'd be like, "Nope, today."
right,
Right?
yeah,
Make the
yeah, you're
call.
right.
I'm gonna be right here when you make the call. Right? Where
Yeah,
men will tell you, "Hey, I don't like this. Can you take care of it?" And we expect you to take care of it sooner than later, right? Whereas if it was reverse, women would be like, "No, right now."
yeah,
Okay, put her on
yeah.
speaker.
And I think part of that is because women are typically more emotional. We think more with our emotions, where men think more logical. And this is not a bad thing, right? Like, because there's certain things with my husband, like I need his logical thinking because I'm thinking emotionally. And I'm also thinking what's more in that person's better interest and not my own, when my relationship should be the priority. So therefore my better interest should be, but I'm thinking more emotionally and they're thinking more logically. And also men see other men's bullshit. So, you guys know intuitively, like I know what this person is after, and that's my partner. So clearly I don't want them to try to get that, you know?
And it's a reflection on the friend that's doing that, right? Man, woman, or
Yeah.
whomever,
Yeah.
right? Like those are jokes I never made about people.
Right.
Um, and it's interesting. Like I look at like if I would look at my situation and I've come across it earlier in my life, and it's always the men and women that did it are always the ones who one you'd expect them to
Hmm.
because their relationships end within probably a few weeks and either they get left or something else, so they need that attention and validation. And two, they want to insert themselves into a relationship that is going well,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, I rather the chaos. Like in this example, there's a group of them. I think there's about 10 friends, and they call themselves like family and chosen family and all this other nonsense, right? And the reason why I call it nonsense, it's like, what family, chosen or biological, makes jokes about sleeping with each other? No
Yeah, that's
family I've ever known, right?
right.
But because now they're all struggling to keep relationships, they've accepted this behavior. So when some of the women in that group, or even some of the men, sorry, that when they get into a relationship, their partner's like, hey, what's this that's going on here? It's like, I don't want to be a part of this. They try to take them out of it, right? But then there's that fight.
Yeah.
It's like, well, these are my chosen families. And they would list, they're like, hey, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening. And the person will admit, it's like, yeah, you're right, you're right, you're right. But they can't leave. And eventually their relationships fail because
Yeah.
a man or a woman that's looking for a healthy relationship, they're not going to commit to someone that's committed to something else, especially when it's unhealthy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I guess it's they see, okay, I see the good qualities in this person, how they are in a relationship, and I want that in my relationship. And so that kind of, I guess, creates an excuse as to be able to try to take that person from that relationship and put them in your relationship because you want what they're giving that other person.
or you feel like maybe you've lost something,
Yeah.
right? Because once you get into a relationship, now the majority of your time should go to your partner, and you have
Right.
less time for these people. And
Hmm.
if this is a group of people that they need the attention, need the validation, that's a source of attention validation that they no longer can pull from. So
Right.
they might get angry, they might
Yeah.
get jealous, envious, right? So it is a shame. I always say that chronically single people single, right? And sometimes you want to pull away, but as we get older, that's what we want, right? We want those healthy relationships, but
Right.
a lot of the times we are in our own way,
Hmm.
and some of these people that keep around us, yeah, they're there for us when we got divorced or broken up, but why? Is it because you guys have a common dislike of relationships and you guys are just wallowing in each other's misery? Or is it that you just happen to break up, but you guys are just exchanging ideas and behavior saying that this is what I learned from my divorce. This is what I'm going to do better.
Right.
Instead of just saying
Yeah.
that, yeah, I had them at my house and we had a party here and then, you know what, we're joking about like sleeping with each other. What person wants to date someone that's thinking like that?
Yeah, that's weird. That's weird to
It's
me.
weird.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's also a little high school because I feel like high school is where people claim that they've done things they haven't just to make themselves look good. Or even middle school, depending on what the claim is. But, high school is kind of like, I want people to think this or that about me, so I'm gonna say that I've
Oh yeah.
done this thing.
Yeah. It's like
And like, why are
was
we
it
doing
American
that as
Pie?
adults?
Yeah, I think it was it American Pie, the rule of three, when a guy says he slept with people divided
Uh-huh.
by three, and for a girl you multiply by three.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, which I
You
never
know?
got that. I don't know. I never got that as far as like I can see it in females, but I never did that. First of all, because I mean, I don't have like a high number, but I have kids with three different men. So clearly I have a number. So I don't want people to think it's been three times more than what it actually is,
So it's nine,
Sure.
right? Yeah, three times three is nine. It's nine. Or mine is like what? Or mine's like three, right? So who really deserves the shame here? Me or you at this point, right?
Uh, well, it sounds like you played it a little safer. So,
Can you imagine a guy say, I've only slept with three people in my life? I don't think he would be applauded.
Yeah, that's
Like, look at the
true.
face you're making. You're like, it's like you want to laugh. It's like,
I mean, like, I, it's a good quality, like, to not have somebody who's just been out here having sex with everybody they meet, you know? But it is like a societal standard. If a guy has a low number, you're either lying or like nobody wanted, like there's something wrong with you or something like that, which is silly, but that is
for the
just
longest time, I told people that I can count my sexual partners on one hand and still have fingers left over for the longest time.
really
Yeah, and everyone's like,
okay.
they're like, yeah, shut up, Terrain. Like, it's like, yeah, it's like it's three. So maybe you need to multiply mine by
Right, right.
right? But I think to a degree it could be true because guys lie about those things. They exaggerate. So someone I used to be friends with, he told me like it was almost 1,000 people. I was like, come on. I was like, come on.
That's well, so I watched 90 Day Fiance and like
Mhm.
every 90 Day Fiance, whatever, you know, every version, single life, the other way, all the things. And there is a man on one of them that he kept a book and he had every single name. And then
Mhm.
like if he had sex with them more than once, he had like a tally mark beside it, which most of the women, 95% of the women, he didn't have sex with more than once. And it was over 1,000. And I legitimately believe him, partially because he like the way he looks, he is like he's nice looking. He's not
Yeah.
really for me because it's like plastic surgery and like all this stuff. But I'm like, oh, but his personality and stuff, I believe that he's been with over 1,000 women. I believe it. Plus, like traveling and going other places and all.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I believe it. Now, the average man, no,
No.
no,
I don't even think it's 100 for the average man. I don't even think it's 100.
I would hope not.
Well, you look at like the numbers, like men are staying virgins later on in life. There's men
Yeah,
who are in their 20s who are still virgins, not by choice,
yeah, yeah,
right? I would argue you're probably going to see more women in the double digits and less men in the double digits,
yeah.
right?
Especially certain types of women, and I don't mean like loose women, but I mean like more attractive women, more fit women, where women who look a certain way are probably going to have a higher number.
Yeah, yeah, because they control access to that, right? And it's
Hmm.
it's their choice. A man doesn't have sex if a woman doesn't want to, right? And a woman doesn't get married if the man doesn't want to,
Well,
right?
most of the time.
Well,
Most
yeah,
of the
you can force in both situations. You can force it upon the person, right? But
yeah.
let's take that out of the. We're talking if both people
Respectable
agree.
men aren't gonna
Yes,
have sex
yes. The
with
man will
women unless they
propose to
want.
the woman, and the woman will say yes to whatever pictures you send
Right.
to her, right? Or whatever short she's wearing that day. You're like, okay,
Okay.
fine.
I
Just
wasn't
pull it to the
going to.
side. Just pull it to the side.
Oh gosh.
Oh boy.
See you next time.